Hey there, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Dune Spice Wars, Episode 5, Neighborly Aggression. Sorry, Fremen. So I'm about to get a huge boon to my military from the command post and then the double investment. So that will be 20% power plus 2 base power, which is pretty good. And then this zone is known for its plascrete, so that's going to help keep my plascrete income up. Alright, new vote. I will use all of my non-influence votes to vote for Atreides here, but I highly doubt that it's going to work. But they're free votes, so I might as well spend them.
Yeah,
but I'm going to keep all my influence.
Ready to strike.
Alright, contraband supply, let's go. Free military unit recruitment. And I captured an agent. So because I employed one of my spies as counterintelligence, I managed to detect them trying to use a poison the reserves, and I caught them doing it. So what that means is if I talk to Atreides here, I can trade back their spy for big money. Generally speaking, the AI is willing to part with a whole lot of plascrete. So I'm going to ask for literally every last ounce of his plascrete and then 330 of his Solari for his spy back. Yeah, you want to poison my reserves? It will cost you big, dude. Thank you for the freebies. Now, what's a little weird is we'll say enemy agent escaped. Nah, he wasn't escaped. He was ransomed.
You need a sniper?
That's not accurate.
Ready to strike.
Alright, let's go mess with Fremen. Go over to Adna. It also might be possible for me to try to get the intel to Underworld contract that and take it from them. But this will be the first time I'm going against an owned village, so you'll also see the third option of liberate. Some factions actually get paid to liberate villages and to become neutral, and then there's also some research tech that increases its benefit depending on how many neutral villagers are left in the world. Trade request. Shove it. I like telling that big ugly pig to shove it. So right as I get there, I get the command post and the military investments, but what the Fremen did was they used ceasefire. So ceasefire prevents fighting in the region for 2 days, so I'm gonna just turn around and resupply, because I literally can't even fight them if I wanted to. My home siege just got the, command post. So if I take a look at, like, my scavengers here, power's up to 25, up from, like, 18, so that's pretty strong. That's a big, big bonus. What other tactical gear? Oh, yeah, that's for Fremen. Okay, so in my home siege, let's invest in intelligence agency. Produce more intel, recruit more agents, more operation slots. That sounds good.
Yes, boss.
Okay, let's go then.
And I'll show you the alternatives that I passed up. So, the embassy, which is more influence, and then black market branch, which I'll probably end up getting soon, which is gain 2% of my spice production as influence, and 20% of my net plascrete and water as Solari. That's likely to be the next thing I build, as that's really strong as well. So I'm going to poll you all real quick. What is my next move? Annex territory in my home? Or at home? So what that means is, like, this territory back here, which I've been raiding and kind of ignoring, but it's really inexpensive, so I could annex it pretty easily and inexpensively. Attack Fremen? So that would be up here. because they border me. Don't really like this. But this is their siege. This is their home. I could do that. I could also expand around the center. Around the polar well here. I could try to get this territory, because nobody's moving on it just yet. So, yeah. Pick that next move. There you go. There's the pole. Swordmasters. So this is a really powerful one, where if I'm able to gain 500 military experience, I gain 1 elite unit at level 3, which is really powerful. So if I manage to fulfill this, after I unlock Call to Arms, I get a free company at max level. Alternatively, I could train 3 new military units, and all my military units would then gain 100 experience, which is also really strong. So it really depends if you want one really strong unit for free, or if you want everyone to get a little bit stronger. Either way works, but I don't think I'm going to be training 3 new military units, because I really only have 2 free slots over here anyway. So I don't really have the space.
Ready to strike.
I do have a whole bunch of plascrete, so one of the things I'm going to do, although I don't think it's necessary, but I will build a missile battery here, which as you can see covers both Hadrek and Dalda. And then at Dalda, I'll build a missile battery which covers Hadrek and Dalda and the original missile battery. So basically this will be completely untackable by anyone trying to mess with me. And then I'll fill the militia up. So Hadrek and Dalda are probably as protected as I need to ever protect them. Economic development. It gave me Grid Explain. Alright, let me get some ornithopters, because I need to get underworld contract, or underworld cells again. I actually don't know where my intel went. I had intel and I went, oh, I used it at Odna, and then they screwed me. I'm going to install an underworld headquarters there. And I'll show you the benefit of that in a second. So with an underworld headquarters, not that I think I'm going to keep it. I'm probably going to annex Odna anyway. But it depends on what you vote on my next move there. Looks like attacking the Fremen's pretty low. But what I could do is I could actually start building in their territory. Like, produce 30% of the villages, spice production as Solari. You know, like skimming them and exploiting them. So this here has a research hub and a research hub. So they're basically just researching here. So advances random accessible development owned by the village's faction every day, maybe. Or regenerates my own units and supply my own units. You know, there's a whole bunch of different underground operations that I could do here. I don't usually find the underworld headquarters in individual villages all that powerful, but eventually I get the opportunity to do that to sieges, and they can be really, really strong. I'm just going to get rid of the underworld headquarters, though, because I don't need it. It looks like annexed territory at home is the choice, so let's get over there. And I'm going to put militia here, because it borders Fremen, and they might mess with me. Also, it might be good to have an airfield here, because I have a little bit of lack of coverage in this area. So that will be another building that I set up there.
You asked for chemical experts.
Alright, updating the goal for the first time.
Yes, boss.
Let's see. You don't care. Don't care. So I think here, because they have rare elements, is where I'm going to go next.
Yes, boss. Great. More sand.
But I might wait for me to analyze some of the ornithopters for the intel to reduce the cost. And another spice field. So this is probably Atreides' home spice field, their starter field. And I got slapped with Imperial Intelligence. So let's take a look at these results here. Imperial Intelligence on me, and everybody voted for that. Cool. House Harkonnen got 3 free guards. That's kind of fine because I'm furthest from them, so they're probably not going to attack me. And research investments got declined. One thing to note is, like, let's say research investments got approved. You might want to actually change up your research projects, because if it was approved, it would increase the speed of development by 50%. You might as well take advantage of that in the 20 days that is available, because it's just a boost that you will use it or lose it. But in my case, yeah, it was declined, so. You pity me.
How's Arrakis treating you?
Yeah, it's treating me fine. Atreides launched poison reserves on me again. In the region I'm standing in. They really are jerks. It really doesn't do very much, though. I'm in my own territory, and it's not a big deal. Oops, sandworm. And they were eaten. Bomber. What's awesome about this is their stupid militia are coming like all the way into my territory here. I don't think I'm making a bounty though. Construction is complete, so I got the wind trap, and I was planning on getting an airfield. I'm gonna put my airfield as far north and west as possible, so I can. Oh, and look, I see the Fremen coming to me. Hi, Fremen.
Yeah? What?
Alright, I'll send my combat drone, because it can fly over mountains, to go to Alnir. And then let me go react to the Fremen coming to attack me by pathing back to Adid, because they're about to come. So in this case, I'm not going to wait. Yeah, I will wait for me to get underworld contracts to make the annexation of this a little cheaper. That way I could get the next one quicker. And here's the Fremen. And my new harvester. Don't blow up this time.
What do you want?
So raid detected. There's also neutrals coming in too, so double trouble. That's gonna be fun. I actually think they're trying to get Damiel, and they're not coming to me. But I'm probably not going to allow them to get Damiel. So this army here is going to defend Adid from the siege raid, the neutral siege raid, and then prevent them from grabbing Damiel, because I don't want them spreading further towards me. Big old no-no. In 20 seconds, I will have the intel to get cells.
What do you want?
Let's see if I can keep the militia alive. Yep, I think you'll be fine. There's underworld cells. I keep calling it water. And let's go back to research. My army.
Great.
Gonna go mess with them now. And I do have an airfield here, so this combat drone will be able to airfield over to me, joining me.
Years. Let's earn our wage.
Operation again against me. Yeah, I don't care. So my home siege now has an intelligence agency, which also means my statecraft developments have gone up by 20%. Next up, I said that I wanted a black market branch, probably, to gain 2% of my spice production as influence, would be kind of nice. Looking at my alternatives here, recruitment office would give me 2 more military training slots to increase the amount of max troops that I could have. I don't have the research for recycling vats, administrative hall, which would be really good to get at some point. So yeah, I'll go black market. And then that will also allow my statecraft to go up 40% because these things stack.
I'm all ears.
Whoa, no. Recall.
I'm all ears.
Inevitable betrayal. Yep. Get out. And this is... Oh, no, it's not Fremen. It's just more insults from Harkonnen. Cool. My harvester did end up getting destroyed, which is a bummer because I don't have the crew and manpower to replace it. Which is dumb. But whatever, it happens.
What do you need?
And here they are trying to escape. And they ain't gonna make it.
They won't see us before.
Alright, underworld cells is good. Use it. Annex it. That saved me 29 authority. Kinda nice.
I'm all ears. We ain't paid enough.
So here you can see that they installed a missile battery on the border of my territory. And yeah, I don't like that. So I'm gonna blow it up.
Yes.
This territory also offers up a whole lot of research for them
Finally, some action.
because they have 2 research stations here. So I'm gonna sort of soft siege Adna here to sort of wipe them out and make them weaker. Because I can. So here we are. Brand new territory. Let's go with processing plant. And then this combat drone can probably just stick around here because I'm likely to redeploy them. What is my ornithopters doing? I guess that's fine.
You all right, boss? Ready to strike.
So I can liberate this city and return it back to neutral. I can pillage it, or I could take control of it. I'm not going to be taking control of it. Ooh, I captured another House Atreides agent. You guys are dumb. You're very dumb. Oh, you know what? I could take control of it. Well, you said I'll listen to your priorities, so I'm going to liberate it instead, which will despawn the research hubs. And if you're wondering, because I'm occupying the city, the research hubs aren't yielding anything for Fremen anyway. When you occupy a city, it disables its production. So, for instance, because I am somewhat heavily reliant upon the polar sink for my water, if someone was to occupy Dalda, my water would go from 57 to 7. So you got to be careful with your high valuable territories so that they don't get exploited like that, because all of a sudden you can see your wealth dry up quick. Wait, I just deployed you. How are you already endangered? Sandworm, could you just go eat something else? Whatever, it was an empty harvester, so it didn't really matter. I didn't have any crew in that, but, like, that was ridiculous. So, next research here. Water trade, which is Solari for the extra water that I have, would be really good. And then that also gave me, one free recruit, which I'll get free company because I just got that unlocked. So I'm actually going to recruit 2 free company. I'll pay for one. I'll get one for free. Investigate this expansion, which gave me Paracompass, maybe? And next up, economic. This copper, I'm going to have head to this abandoned ferment camp for the Plascrete next. And then this one, where's my other one? Head to... there's no points of interest around there. Never mind.
You asked for chemical experts.
All of my wounded units I'm going to have go back to Adid. Oh, nope. I did that backwards. To heal up.
What do you want?
Well, this scavenger who's nearly full will just hang out here,
What do you need?
annexing it, or liberating it. It'd be really cool if my stupid territory stopped getting, like, bashed by
What do
sandworms.
you need?
Oh, another one?
Let's get going.
Lift. Lift. Okay, at least that one got out. It's ridiculous.
Let's get going. Ready to strike. Let's get going. You all right, boss? Ready to strike.
So you guys said I should annex around my territory, so next will be Bera, I guess. So I'm going to deploy my units out that way. Or Burha, and then burn him. And I'm not going to leave anything left to be pillaged, I suppose. I'll be nice for once. I need to start stockpiling more spice so I can pay the next tax. So I just adjusted my sales. But some of those numbers are a little wrong because I've only just redeployed my harvesters. My harvesters were recalled for a bit, so it wasn't really calculating that. So as you can see, that number jumped up a lot. But even still, I need to keep a close eye on that to make sure I have enough money. Alright, there's a lot of wind up here. So wind trap next.
Yes, boss.
And an unassigned agent. So this new agent will go to Spacing Guild. I really like the Spacing Guild as well for the supply drop. The supply drop will help resupply and heal your units even in hostile territory, so it's a really powerful mission to have unlocked.
What do you need? Yeah? What?
And let's go over to Burha. And I'm going to give up 100 of my spice for hegemony and intel, and then use that intel to generate more underworld contracts in a second as soon as I can afford it, so that I can annex Burha even more inexpensively. Really dramatically expanding my territory to fill in all this back here. Ooh. You're getting messed with. Alright.
Yeah? What?
Now, I could also take control of this instead of liberate it, but you guys voted that I
Yes, boss.
annex the stuff in the bag, so we'll listen. So what ends up happening when I liberate this is all the buildings here just disappear. If I took control of it, the buildings would stay, and I could use it for myself.
We kill without warning.
And I'll show you that in just a second. So this is economic. Probably Gridex or Fieldwork, I'm guessing. I can't even tell. Move the needle so very little. It's really powerful early game when research techs are fast, but then late game, getting these little research survey points matters a whole lot less. So here's the free companies. They're stronger and tougher than the scavengers, and they also gain 50% power depending on the fighting target's missing life. So they're stronger as the targets are weaker. Pretty powerful units.
Hello.
That's a nice
This is all set. And a new vote. So Judge of the Council, this is the first charter that has been proposed. And whoever wins this charters can be they can be turned back over. There's actually council votes to be able to take away all charters that have been doled out. But whoever wins this will be able to hire Landsrad guards. And it's either House Harkonnen or Decline. So I'm going to vote for Decline with all of my votes. No, but I'm not going to spend any influence. And that's a tough melee unit that you recruit with influence instead of with Solari. Research drones cannot be attacked or destroyed in any way, as far as I know. So no, the missiles won't stop them.
What do you want?
Odd, yes, I know, but just the way the game is.
What do you want?
Balance purposes or whatever. Okay. This zone, the Mirror Basin, has a benefit called Merchants, which adds Solari production to the zone. So the next building I build here might be an investment building. So the investment buildings, if I have a free slot anywhere to show you, increase whatever passive benefit that the region already has, which can be really powerful. So that's another thing that I want to build in Arcta at some point, is get rid of this wind trap and then build an investment zone for 3 research things in this zone instead, which would be very strong. Alright, so the underworld cells is done. Use it. Annex it. That saved me 33 authority.
Yeah? What?
And then I'm going to want to try to get the intel as fast as I can for yet another one. So here is the investment building I was talking about. Investment office. Gives extra stacks of the village's trait. So that will just increase the trait of merchants up from 8 to 32. And it doesn't cost very much money to upkeep. There's also the crafts workshop, which is very expensive, but it does generate hegemony per day. But because I'm not aiming to have the hegemony victory, that's not something I'm interested in. But that's unlocked because there's rare elements here. Allow for the construction of crafts workshop. And then there's also some special zones that can do that as well. So this... I don't know if I have one of those zones. Oh, another spice field. That's probably Harkonnen's starter spice field, I guess.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay, the black market got set up. So my spice production is adding to my influence. So here, over here, you can see the black market branch giving me 1 influence per day. It's not a lot, but it's something. And I'll save up for another building soon.
Yes, boss.
Alright, Burha is mine. Burha is strong-willed, so it adds more manpower. And taking a look at the adjacencies, Yelna is already benefiting from organized supply. So if I built supplies in Burnham, it would cover Burha, Dalrek, and Quanad, or whatever, Cod, I don't know how to say it. So that might be something wise to invest in soon. Alright, I swear I told you... I'm gonna tell them to go do the Fremen camp, because I have a few Fremen camps in my territory here that I would like to turn into Plascrete, because my Plascrete income is not great. The wind strength here is really powerful, so I guess I'm going to build a wind trap. And then the wind trap that I have built here, I'm going to demolish to free up that slot.
Yes, boss. You all right, boss? Yeah.
We're ready. We can do it. You won't find better than us.
All right, now that I am about to add the third territory, I'll pull again what's next. Annex around the center. Annex towards Fremen. Annex towards Atreides. So, do I get stuff around the Polar Sink? Do I get stuff towards Atreides or towards Fremen?
We got something to do.
What do you want?
That was military development, and it went to military threat, which is reduced supply drain. It also allows you to do a military pressure treaty. So what that is like, I won't fight you, but you have to submit to my demands, which is a little weird. Alright, I really need intel, so I will retrieve flight records.
Need something? We're ready.
You all right, boss? Finally, some action.
I can just pay the 109 or wait for me to have a little bit more intel for more of a reduced cost, getting more cells. So I'll do that. Wait for the reduced price. So in the meantime, I will send everybody minus my my combat drone to go probably raid territory for money.
Let's move.
So that I can fund some things. Because I don't need my full army just sitting back there. Oh, and perfect. I have a raid coming at Ada.
We got
So
something to do.
let's go squish
We
that
leave
raid.
no trace.
So here in this territory, you can see the merchants now tripled. So the Solari production, because of the investment office, has gone up a lot. I was also planning on putting an investment office here as well, which, because of the benefit here, will allow me to build a third research hub. And because this zone borders my home zone, these research buildings' upkeeps are really, really low because of the Solari network from the Chome branch that I have, which means that the upkeep of these buildings are tiny. Here it is, minus 50% Solari upkeep, and also minus 30% building upkeep. So buildings in Arcta are very inexpensive, and it's a good way to get research that way. Point of interest, resolve. And then you head to the next Fremen camp. And that leaves me to unlock the 5th slot, so I can build yet another research hub. One of my villages is under siege, but
You won't find
my units are coming.
better than us.
And it looks like you guys want me to annex towards Fremen, so I'll be doing that next. Wind trap's done. I don't have the plascrete for anything at the moment, so I'm going to build even more plascrete factories as much as I can, because my plascrete income is bad. So if you take a look here, the fuel cell factories that I built to buffer my economy are now draining my plascrete, so it might be wise for me to go around and delete some of those fuel cell factories because they're no longer really benefiting me. I don't need them anymore because I'm not suffering economically, so I'll break a few of them down. But someone just used the Fremen launched crowd manipulation to throw Arcta into active rebellion. So after I defend against these neutral idiots, I have to go quell a rebellion, because otherwise Arcta is not actually providing any benefit to me. Thanks, Fremen. That further cements the kill the Fremen. Sorry, Fremen. You might be a fan favorite, but you have to die.
You won't find better than us. Up close and personal. I like it. Attacking.
So as you can see, the free company here hits like trucks.
On our way.
And I guess I'll
Easy
raid
target.
for money and plascrete. Oh no, let me go fix that rebellion. I got the money to just call an Uber.
You need a sniper?
No, all of you call Ubers. Not just one. Okay, I have enough for another cell. And I'm gonna try to get even more intel so I can keep grabbing territory like that. But it looks like all the down choppers have been resolved, so I'm gonna be stuck with something else then. Has Red Alert vibes? Yeah, it does. I do have some extra manpower, so let me start putting crew back into my harvesters for increased spice production. So the rebellions here, don't try to liberate it. What it is it's a operation called crowd manipulation, this one, that throws a village into active rebellion. It doesn't liberate it or anything, like I said, but you do have to crush the rebellion in order to regain control. But it's really easy to do because these little armed civilians, these little basic rebels, aren't very powerful and are very easy to kill. Also, my home siege is literally just launching missiles at them too, so that's kind of funny. Let her rip. And it's now under my control, and I'm going to build a research hub.
We got something to do.
So Arcta here is now producing tons of research, and it's about to be even more with that last research hub. Back to raiding.
Let's move.
What were you doing? Yeah, you can go auto. That's fine. Here's my plascrete. Nice.
I'm all ears.
I might start... I'm going to build a recruitment office here. And underworld cells are done. Annex. And that saved me 38. Now this is a great volcano, so making fuel cells is even more profitable here, so that's another reason why I sold all my other fuel cell production facilities, because I'll make a lot more fuel from this one spot. And it will also give me hegemony, because it is a special district. So in the other areas that I divested in, let's see. I will build more knowledge. I like research. So I'll just keep investing in my research.
You've called.
Alright, contraband supply, free military unit recruitment for spice wouldn't be terrible because that would give me another free company, which are otherwise expensive. The free company here costs 500 Solari. I could also get a mercenary. It might be useful to start getting mercenaries too. The free companies take up a lot of command points. They take up 4, whereas the mercenaries take up 2, but the mercenaries do almost as much damage as the free company, and they also gain more power and armor the more they kill. The alternative here is Solari, but I probably don't need the Solari, so I'll go exchange for free military recruitment and get my mercenary for free. And then over here, the Swordmasters, I might be able to get the free elite. No, actually, I'm going to do trained soldiers. Once I get the mercenary. Mercenaries also recruit really, really quickly, as you can see. So, boom. Everybody levels up a bit. And now, with the combat experience here being higher, we're more powerful and more healthy. So good luck to these enemies, because they're going to get smoked.
Chemical experts.
Is knowledge useful after you have everything researched? No. But you're not likely to be able to research everything anyway, because you're probably going to win a game before you're done research. So it's not useful, but the chance of you maxing out research in all sectors is very, very slim. Plunder!
We kill without warning.
Actually, what I don't know if I'm supposed to plunder there. I think I'm going to annex it.
You won't find better than us.
Because I was supposed to expand towards the Fremen. Which means I need more intel. So I'll just have to wait. Wait patiently. That was military tech. This is economic. So the military went towards army logistics. Gain more resources when pillaging. Given all the pillaging that I've done, that might not be terrible for me to get at some point.
Boss.
But it's not high priority.
Hello.
I suppose what I could do in the meantime is leave one token unit here. Like I'll leave a wrecker here.
We leave no trace.
And bring everybody
Alright.
down to Demiel to plunder
We
Demiel.
leave no trace.
Because to keep an area occupied, you really only need one unit. So then that puts my other units to work,
Let's move.
doing things that are more productive than standing around. There we go. Look at this. 1.9 knowledge, 1.9 knowledge, 1.9 knowledge. Nice. That is a lot of knowledge from that one little village. This village has the same benefit. This Red Chasm district is also research hub limit and research production. So this would be a really good one to have for that same reason. It's going to be more expensive to upkeep this because it's not adjacent to my home siege. So the adjacency price reduction doesn't apply, but
We kill without warning.
still nice.
We're here, boss.
I'm going to fully heal this army. And another agent. Let's see, what do I really want? I don't really care about ceasefire. Defense sabotage would be really powerful, so I'm going to put this in Spacer Guild so I can unlock defense sabotage. So defense sabotage allows me to weaken main bases for me to be able to siege it. So what I would like to do in this series is finish off by assassinating the last leader, but the other two bases, the other two leaders, I could just destroy their base, which is probably the easiest way to win, is just to conquest a base. So adding this to my territory puts me in spitting distance of the Siege Tabber, as long as I go through these two zones, allowing me to blow up the Fremen and knock them out of the game. New council. Loss of rights. So, loss of rights would be that the Harkonnen are no longer able to recruit Landsrat guards. That could be pretty powerful. Gear regulations is probably going to be levied against me, but I don't really care. As is controlled markets, which would suck, but I can just use black markets. So honestly, I have no dog in this fight. I don't really care how the votes go. So I'm not going to put bounties on them.
Yes.
Easy target.
Oh boy. Stockpile. I didn't realize I didn't have enough for the Imperial bribe, and I still won't. So let's go to the black markets and buy some spice. Yeah. Now I should have enough to pay the bribe. Over here, I'll put a maintenance center. to make it cheaper for Birha, Dalrek, and Cod over here. You fell in love with this game? Awesome. I really like it. I do hope that they continue to develop it, though, because, you know, it's a little content light, but the game mechanics itself has a lot of promise. It's a lot of fun. I'm almost done with water trade, which gives me more Solari based upon my water, because as you can see up here, without trading with Chom, my economy does tank, which is understandable, because a huge part of my economy is selling spice to Chom. Where are the other black markets? Maybe I can just, yeah, whatever. Alright, so this is the economic rec. And that added to fieldwork. Next up, we'll grab... Oh, there are none. Oh no, here's one. Military.
You asked for chemical experts. You've called.
Is this an RTS? It is. Should be in the About command.
We kill without
Yep,
warning.
4X real-time strategy. Okay, they're rated. I'm gonna head to the center
Move.
and start raiding these over here too.
We leave no.
More sandworms. Cut it out! Everything's getting sandwormed. Please lift, please lift. There we go. Safe. I almost have the Plascrete to be able to build another district. And I'm not sure what I'm going to build. I'm about to get water trade, so I could do recycling vats, which wouldn't be terrible, because I get 50 hegemony for each water producing. No, I actually don't really care about water at this point. It gives me a little bit extra water produced per building in my main base. I guess so, because I have a lot of buildings in the main base. So that'd be a big boon to water, which makes it cheaper to annex things.
On our way.
So I
Hope
suppose...
you know what you're doing. Need something, Chief?
And then she's been waiting up here very patiently for me to be able to afford to annex Odna. Oh, I missed the bribe. So here we go. Here's what happens when you miss the bribe. I lose influence, and I have a penalty selling spices to Chom. I don't feel like I missed the bribe, though. Because my stockpile disappeared. I feel like I paid the bribe anyway. Oh, okay. Whatever. At least I showed you what that looks like. Let's build a recruitment center. And then the last one will be the recycling vats. No, I take that back. Refund that. I'm about to get recycling vats. And then next research I'm going to queue up might be... countermeasures for more max agents. For more spies.
I'm all ears.
So that is maintenance center, which will help lower the cost of maintenance for all the adjacents. And Plascrete. Definitely Plascrete.
We're here.
You won't find better than us. You've called. We can do it.
Alright, let's start raiding. Thank you for tuning in to Dune Spice Wars. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch live streams of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com or the description of this video have a link to Discord. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Dune smugglers.